opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers, commentators, experts, and/or host. They do not explicitly or necessarily reflect nor represent the channel's policy or the views held by the channel or broadcaster. The broadcaster or its channel cannot be held accountable for all or any views expressed during this program.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Come on in. Good morning. Hit that like and share, comment. Come on in. Let's evangelize. This is the day that the Lord has made. We're going to rejoice and be glad in it. We're so excited about another Wisdom Wednesday. So hit that like, share, and comment. Evangelize this morning, tag a couple of people, let them know that Faith and Tea is on, and we are excited. We're excited about what God is doing, what God has done, and what God is promising for us. So come on in. Good morning to our Instagram family. Good morning to our Facebook family. And good morning to our YouTube family. You all are powerful. And thank you so much. It's good to be back in the main place, in the kitchen where it all began. We just got back off the road. We were out of town for the last couple of days. We were able to spend some quality time with my mother, which is just a blessing. So I thank God for that. And but we made it back. We flew up and we flew back, and I want to give a shout out to my brother and sister in love, Pastor George Twilley and Lady Lynette Twilley, who treated me so well this past weekend, and also to my sister, I treat her like my mom, actually, to Joyce Jenkins. I love you. Thank you so much for being a part of my life. And to none other than Pastor Sean Brock. Of course, y'all know I did morning faith and tea, morning faith and tea with him on Monday, but I also fellowshiped with him on Sunday. So to God be the glory. I'm back, and I'm excited about what's going on. And if you saw in the comments earlier, you saw I said 47 days left. Yes, I'm doing a countdown. My grandkids, when they ever find out whether they're coming here or going there, I'll be spending Thanksgiving with them. They begin a countdown and they say, Papa, you got X amount of days before we come to you or before I go to them. So we're doing the countdown now. To God be the glory. Everybody that's come on, let me just do some shout outs right fast. To recognize, but to, of course, the executive pastor, Rosemary Townsend. God bless you. Thank you for joining us this morning. To the dean, we know the dean is going to be on, and if she's not on, I'm getting off the phone to find out what's going on. She has definitely been a supporter, as all of you all, but she's definitely got the title of the dean because she is going to be on here. Amen. To Sophie, Lady Sophie Jackson, God bless you. Thank you for joining us this morning. To my brother Charlie, God bless you. Thank you for joining. To the Bishop Designate, Arnell Marshall, the man that control 25 years in the ministry. Can we get some shout outs? Can we get some thumbs up and all that? Some love for Pastor Arnell Marshall, being on the watch for 25 years. I'm telling you, I tell people all the time, whatever you do, when you start putting years in anything that you're doing, you deserve the proper credit. So we definitely want to give him a shout out for being on the wall for 25 years. That's what he's counting. That's not counting the other years that, let's say, he didn't have a title, but he was doing that of what a title carries. Y'all will catch that at the stop sign. I'm quite sure before he became official, he was already doing the work. And so love that man right there. I love him. I love him. I love him. And if you're ever in the Baltimore area or even on a Monday night, if he could type in his Facebook platform that he does on Monday night. If he can type it in and put it in the chat. But we thank God for all of those. We know on Wednesday, Lady Patrice Fisher is on Inspired to Love right before this broadcast, and a lot of us support. I do have to apologize. I overslept this morning. I'm just being honest, y'all. The alarm clock went off, and I just looked at it like, not today, not today. But I did get up because we got to get our day started, and so we're just so excited about what he's doing. And here's the host of the Wisdom Wednesday, Brother Javaris. God bless you, sir. How you doing today? He kept the fort covered while I was out of town, and just glad to be. It's always glad to be back home. I don't care, and people know I like traveling. I like the hotel life, and of course I didn't stay in a hotel this week. I stayed at where I grew up, actually, the home that I grew up in, and it is just laid out so nice and everything. But it's nothing like getting in your own bed, being in your own room. And so we're glad to be back. And so let's get started. Let's find out what's going on. Everybody's telling you good morning. So you can give them a shout out. What's on your mind? Do you have anything? What you got good for me today?
It's not really to actually like just bring up something, but just to discuss, the time of the year we in.
Okay.
It's because it's kind of be in my head. It's nothing to talk about or a topic or anything, but it was kind of like read the room,
Okay.
And job, and then our conversation. A lot of that had to do with just reading the room, the year we in, and it's not just about the year. Of course, I'm talking about Christmas, Thanksgiving, all of the good family gathering,
right,
the family gathering time of the year. And it's not about you having to give to the homeless or anything, or you always having to give out, but it's just as little as it's like, if you tell somebody you're gonna do something, this is the year that you need to make sure you do it. This is the time of the year that you can't really. This is not the time to waste anybody's time, and to respect other people's time. Because of the type, because of the time of the year we in, and that's across the board. I feel like we need to get back to respecting our time, respecting each other's time.
Yes.
And a lot of times we say that we do, but I can find myself, I could find that doing little stuff as it's not disrespectful, but at the same time, it's not respectful. As simple as, me coming home from work and I see you on the phone working, I'm just coming in the room, just starting to talk to you,
Many a day.
So it reading the room. It's
not Oh, I like that. Reading the room. I got you.
Feel me? It's not that I'm being just blatantly, disrespectful. It's the fact that I see you on the phone and I'm talking. So it's just understanding the time of the year we in. Just making sure we, like you was just saying, hold down our fort, and that means, making sure we cross all our T's off the check mark.
Yes.
This is a time of the year we need to make sure that we are healthy going into the new year.
That's right. That's right.
So I think we should set up, doctor's appointments, or at least
just
a
check mine. Just have mine.
Physical. Yes. I think we should have a physical. Going into the new year, you never want to go into the new year of not knowing what's in your body or out your body.
Talk this morning. I like that.
So I feel like going into January, you need to know if you got high cholesterol or if you got blood pressure.
Come on now.
I'm just saying. We are approaching the end of the year.
That's right.
So
47 days.
So pretty soon we will be doing the end of the year roundup of how the year went.
Right.
Well, before we get to that, we need to figure out how we need to close out the year.
Come on now.
Church. That you guys were talking good on Bible study, and one thing I definitely, you take heed to a lot of stuff, but it's kind of like when you hear it again, it kind of like we talked about a couple weeks ago. Sometimes it just takes a moment for it to click.
Yes,
For example,
that's right.
I work, so yesterday we was doing a starter on a diesel, and we put the starter in the diesel, but it was a bad starter. So what does the car do? It just clicks, but it don't. It's not just the first time, you know. But to get that car started, if you go down to where the tires at and you look inside the rim, you see the starter.
Right.
And you can self crank it by just clicking at it.
Okay.
So the more and more you click at it, eventually the cars start running.
Okay.
So I'm saying all of that to say, like, going back to your point of, going back to what you talked about yesterday of the tithe and offering. Yeah, we pay tithes naturally, but ultimately we're paying God for His services,
for
and
giving God
His for His services, and you know. So I mean, like, it was a great lesson last night.
And, awesome.
I was
1 hour
just
power.
thinking about it. But just I definitely had that on my plate. This this last week of just making sure we finish the year strong.
Amen.
Whatever that means. Whatever you got to do, we know what we got to do as far as if it's in, mentally, physically, emotionally.
Let's
just finish the year strong, because we want to start the new year.
That's right.
On a good note.
That's right. And one of the things that Pastor Sean brought out on Monday's Faith and Tea, that generally 30 days of doing something consistently causes it to become a habit. So as we start counting down these 47 days and listening to what you just said, and to God bless Bishop Terrence Reed is on chat, and I know he's probably out working, but God bless you. I see Lady Brooks jumped on. Good morning. But as we get ready to close out this year, a lot of times we have a tendency, and I think you said this on one of our broadcasts months ago, about success or failure, something in that manner. You know what I'm saying? So you might look back over the last 11 months, you know what I'm saying? And try to allow the last 11 months to determine whether this was a successful year or not. You follow what I'm saying? And not to try to bring it down, but for us, this was, can't nobody deny, even for the Faith and Tea family, cannot deny this has been a year of being strong. You can say what you want, but we have proven that, first of all, God is in control, and He's there even sometime when we feel the poem about the footsteps in the sand. Even when sometimes we only see the 2 steps, we know that He's carrying us or got us on His back. And so I just thank the Lord for how He's allowed us to make it through to this point. Now, what does that mean? That still means that these next 47 days, just like you say, we have to finish the year strong. You can't, and we look at the games all the time, and y'all help me pray for my Golden State Warriors. Y'all know that's my squad. And I tell you, they take 1 step forward and 5 steps backwards.
Dude, you look like he was trying to fight.
You can't. Exactly. You can't start off good and end up bad and call it success. But check this out. You can start off bad and end up good, and it was successful. Or
even skyrocket you going into the next.
There you go.
Season.
Pushing yourself, springboarding yourself into. And here's the one thing that I'm learning. I refuse to make promises that I know I'm not going to keep.
Right.
Come on, talk to me this morning. It serves no purpose.
But to be honest, not to cut you off, but that's every aspect and everywhere in life. Your job, your sports, anything.
Yes.
You can start the day off horrible and rough, but you could turn it around and that day end up becoming successful. It's a lot.
Right,
We
right,
see
right,
a lot
right,
of
right,
times
right.
a dude starts the game with multiple turnovers, no
Yeah,
points,
yeah.
interceptions, this, that, and the third, turnover after turnover, and then he wins the game by leading the game-winning drive.
Right.
All that was forgot about in the first 3 quarters. So all that was from January to September done got forgot about.
Come on now.
Because October and December was great.
Come on. Yes. So our goal over these next 47, I will be giving y'all a countdown. So every time I come on, you'll know where you at. You'll be able to gauge yourself where you at. And all I'm saying is it has to start somewhere. You know what I'm saying? That's just like this month. Let me see. Let's say praying that this commotion brings about a promotion of unity and team success. Golden State. Yes, exactly. We got to pray for our boy Draymond. I tell you, he is really something to watch. But what we're saying is, listen, we're in this thing together. And if you notice when I say 45 days, you still have time. Get connected. I think Bishop Reed and myself have been talking about that connection pretty much all year. I know I started off in January just saying how important it is, excuse me, to stay connected. Latch on to somebody. Listen, it's not really about, and here's where a lot of times we get it mixed up. We think that we have to do it all on our own. You follow what I'm saying? Sometimes it's just about latching on to someone else that is already doing. You don't have to recreate the wheel. You follow what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We know that, like for what we do, part of our ministry, part of what the Shift Church is doing is outreach, which everyone knows is my love. Mm-hmm. Well, we know we can't feed the world, but we can feed a soul. Yeah. You follow what I'm saying? And I'm not just talking about physically. One thing about Jesus, he always dealt with them in the natural, but then he came back spiritually. And I would just say this, I would challenge each and every one of us that at least are working out in the public. Those days that you fix a lunch for yourself, fix an extra lunch. Fix an extra lunch. I'm telling you. Go ahead.
Before I cry. Y'all know me. I'm very down to earth and I be out the way. But one thing I do want to make clear and known before I get off the broadcast today is I always see you guys' messages. I always see you guys' private messages that you message me, the comments, all of that. You guys don't know what that does to me. It makes me feel wonderful inside. I always tell my dad, so if he doesn't let you guys know, I'm just not the person that's going to be all on social media, all in the, once this is over with, I might not get back on Facebook until tomorrow morning or something, just because I'm not old like you guys. I'm just call it how it is. But seeing what you just said, that really did just touch me. Because I am young, and I'm not never coming here. I've never tried to come here to try to change minds, to try to do anything but to basically have a conversation with my dad and challenge perspectives from an older generation, from a newer generation. And that's
why you gotta keep using older.
And that's how this whole thing started. But I always see the comments. It makes me feel so good inside. It makes me feel full. You guys really helped me and are helping me continuously and constantly. I just don't want you guys to ever feel like, a lot of times I might see a DM, but it was from 3-4 days ago. So I'd be like, I shouldn't respond, because it's just so long ago.
Yeah.
But I always see it and I always definitely hold it dear in my heart. But yeah, I just definitely wanted to get that out because it's a lot of times, y'all say some good stuff and I don't never want you guys to feel like, oh, he don't care or he not, this, that, and the third. I'm watching, I'm paying attention. It's just, I'm not the person that's going to really, you got to catch me on the phone, catch me walking by or talking to my dad or something, because looking for me to check up on a Facebook, message or anything of that nature, it's very hard. But I definitely love you guys, and I look forward to for us to keep being able to do this as much as we can.
Yeah, your aunt said, right. What's up with that older stuff? Seasoned folks. But the whole when the Lord dropped in my spirit to have you on, it really started out as a one. To be honest, it was going to be a one and done. Yeah. In other words, I was bringing you on just to give us a different perspective. And as Bishop Desmond Marshall stated, you have coached us throughout the year, just in helping us understand that gap, that bridge. And I know from a father standpoint, I'm not even talking about being your pastor or whatever the case, but being my son has been definitely an honor for me to watch the growth, to watch how you have learned to work through adversity. You know what I'm saying? And it definitely, I never want you to think that your value is not worth. I look up to you, to be honest, and you're my baby boy, but I look up to you just in your overall outlook on life. You have helped me to be a better dad. And we ain't supposed to be sitting on here crying, but the truth is, anyway, you have definitely helped not only me, but your siblings and your nieces and nephews. So keep on being who you are. The world needs you. You don't have to change because you are the change. When people come around you, the reports that I get from everybody, you can see on the chat, everybody's loving you. Man, he don't got us teared up in here. He don't just messed up the whole flow this morning. But to God be the glory, because you are important, and I want you to understand that their lives are being changed all because of G is being who he is, and can keep being who you are. The sky is the limit for you. I mean, just watching your growth. And your love for even the work that you do, which I never understood when you started, but to watch the elevation and how you're just working through life and learning through life. And so keep on being you, man. I love you, man. I love you. All right. Keep that up. Listen, y'all. We are in here having our moment this morning. It was just a conversation, but want to thank each and every one of you all for taking out the time this morning. And they're coming in. The chats are coming in, and we thank y'all so much. Listen, you all know November and December is a very important time with the Cheryl Twilley Foundation. We are on our fundraiser drive of raising $10,000 for her scholarship. There's the information on the bottom. Of course, you can cash app us, and we can do it, but it would be better if you go to the site yourself, and so that your name can be registered under your name for giving. Listen, I know for a fact I got 100 friends out there that could sow $100 today into the scholarship. I know I do. I know I got that many. But if you can't do it today, listen, make it a Christmas present to us. Make it a birthday present to her. Everyone that ever followed her or know her, that the month of December, she celebrated the whole month. And so if you even just do the math on that, if you just put $3 a day away, you'll get there before the end of the year. Like I say, it's 47 days left, counting the day. And we thank each and every one of you all for just being so important in our life. Because listen, if it wasn't for y'all, some days I wouldn't have to get up. But because of y'all, I get up and I get excited about coming and broadcast. So to each and every one of you all, I love you. I love you. I love you. I'm only, a text away, a phone call away, a Facebook page away. Let's stay connected. It's 45 days. There's still time. That's all I want y'all to know, that there's still time to get connected. So you all come back on Friday. The Lord, to be honest, hasn't dropped anybody in my spirit as of yet, but that doesn't mean that we're not going to have Inspirational Friday, because I just believe we get our week started when we do that. So come back and join us on this coming Friday. Have a phenomenal day. This is Hump Day. You've already made it halfway through the week. Keep pushing, because we need each other. Let's stay connected, and we'll see you all again on Friday. God bless you. Heaven smile upon you. Thank you so much for joining us today. Instagram, we